Hi everyone, I'm back with another card making video. This is a Halloween card that I came up with. I love doing these little banner cards. So I did one for Halloween. It opens this way. And so the stamps sets that I used for this, I did not grab before I started the video. So, let me see if I can see. No, it's not here. 1 second. I will grab it. Okay, one of the stamp sets, two of the stamp sets that I used are retired. This one is called Tags So Much, and I used the little spider one down here. The other one I used, let me see, I used the Banner Blast and the Banner Banter. Banner Blast came, sorry about my arm, came from the Celebration set last year. And the Banner Banter is this one, and this is a new one that is currently available. I also used Teeny Tiny Wishes, which is still currently available. It's this one here. And I used the banner punch to punch out my banners. I also used both tag punches that are retired. And I used the modern label punch and the word window punch for my sentiment. And I used a teeny tiny little Studio G punch to get my little bat right there, which I don't have at my table right now. So, yeah. The other stamp set I did use is the Itty Bitties stamp set. It's a little tiny wood double-sided stamp set, and I used that for my spiders right here, and the one on the inside, and then the one that I'm doing here I used a little witch's hat. So I'll be using this one again to stamp on the inside, and it's just this little tiny one, and these are no longer available. The only place that I know that you can even find this is on eBay. So if you're dying to get a hold of this set, I've had a couple ladies contact me because I had found one on eBay and they have gone up there, and I don't know if you have to bid for them or anything like that. So that's the only place that I've seen them, just in case you were wondering. So I'm going to start putting the card together. It's going to look like this, but with a different pattern paper and different color combo. So the colors I'm going to use for this one is I've used grape jelly, and it was a Memento ink. So I used it for this, and then I used the Pear Tart Memento in Tuxedo Black. So to get started, I've already scored and folded my card. I've cut my mat, and my mat is cut at 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, which is the black piece underneath. And the pattern paper on top is 5 1/4 by 4. And so to get my banner, what I do is I have this little paint palette, and I take this and I line it up, and then I just draw a line from end to end. So that is the easiest way for me. Now if you don't have one of these, you can use a plastic like Rubbermaid lid. You can cut out a giant circle from your Cricut or your Silhouette or whatever. Or if you want to do an oval and you don't want your line to come down as low, it all just kind of depends on how you want your banner to go. But this is how I do mine. And so once I have my line drawn with the pencil, all I do is take my glue and I just do I try to do as thin of a line as possible all the way across this. So I try to do a thin one. And I just follow the pencil mark all the way to the other side, like that. It's a little thicker than I wanted, but... So then I just cut a piece of string, and the string I use for my banners is just some crochet thread, and I just get this big thing of it like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paper piercer and just kind of spread some of this glue, because it's really thick right there. I have a scrap piece of paper to wipe that off on. So then I'm just going to take my string and I'm just going to pat it down right onto the glue and just follow this all the way around. This is probably the longest part of the card, most time-consuming part. And if you don't want all of this puffing out like that, I just scrape it off so it looks a little neater. It's going to dry clear anyway. But sometimes it looks kind of bulky. And the thinner you can get your line, the quicker it's going to dry too. So I'm just not very good at trying to get this glue thin. I tend to squeeze the bottle too hard, I think. So I'm just going to pat it back down. Make sure I didn't lift any of it up. So I'm going to set this piece aside and let it kind of dry a little bit. And then we'll go ahead and work on the inside piece. And for the inside piece, I just take an index card. And this is just a regular 3x5. And I cut it down to 4x3. So I'm going to go ahead and ink the edges of this. I'm going to use the Pear Tart. So we'll just ink this up. Get all these edges pretty good. So, just like that. And then we'll go ahead and attach this to our mat, and our mat is 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. So we'll have a little bit of black peeking out. And we'll just center this on here. Just like that. And then I'm going to take the tuxedo black and my little witch's hat. I'm going to stamp the little hat down here on the bottom. So that way it ties the little witch's hat to the front. And I'm going to have to grab the little bat's punch because I need to punch out a little bat. Okay, so this is the little Studio G bat punch that I have. Okay, so there's the inside. And now for the outside, I'm going to go ahead and punch my little bat. So there it is. Super tiny little bat. And this is going to get glued to my little tag here. So I'm just going to use some zig glue. Just put a dot there. So there we have a little bat. Okay, so now we're just going to load these up with our dimensionals. So there's that one. So doing all this is going to give us some time to let this glue dry. Put those in order. Now we'll go ahead and work on our sentiment, and I'm going to go ahead and ink this up with the pear tart since it was stamped with the grape jelly. So just like that. And then before I attach it to this piece, which is the modern label punch, I'm going to go ahead and cut a couple of these little rhinestones off. If I can find my X-Acto knife. There it is. So just put one there. And one on this side. So just like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive on my sentiment. And we're going to go ahead and center this. Just like that. A little sticky piece on there. Oops. So there we have our little happy Halloween sentiment. So we're going to put a couple dimensionals on this. And set that aside. So we're going to go ahead and take the front of our card, and I'm going to clip off all the way to the patterned piece. So just like that, all the way to the corner. And just cut the strings off. So now we're going to go ahead and assemble the banner part. So I'm going to take my card, I'm going to center it on my mat using my grid as a guide. That way I know where I'm going to put the center of, whoops, my little tag here. So it's going to be about there. A lot of this is about kind of eyeballing. I don't know how to really, unless you sat here and measured everything out and got it perfect, but I don't, I eyeball a lot. So that's about the center for me. And then I'm going to do my end. So I don't want it to go over my card. So we'll do my end piece there. And then we'll do the other banner piece here. And the same with this side. We're going to do the end piece first, just so it's not hanging over. So there's the banners. And then we're going to go ahead and put our sentiment on. And I will put a link in the description to my store, so you can go online and shop anytime. And you can still get most of the products that this card is made out of. So we're going to take our inside piece, and we're going to go ahead and glue it to the inside real quick. And I'm just going to eyeball the center of this. Just like that. And now for the front, up in the corners, I've tied a couple of bows out of the same crochet thread. Little teeny tiny bows, and I'm going to glue those to each corner. And that will finish off this card. So I'm just dabbing a little bit of glue on the corner. Hold that down for a minute. The other glue is still kind of sticky. There's that side. And there's that side. So there we have a little banner Halloween card. Like I said, I will put the link to my store in the description, and you can get most of what was used on this that is still available. So I hope you guys like this card and try these little banners. They're really fun. I've done birthday, I've done Valentine, and now I've done Halloween. So you can do them for any kind of holiday that you'd like. And the one that is currently available, the Banter, does come with a few little sentiments that you can stamp. So they do fit right inside these little banners if you want to stamp them. So that's it. That's my Halloween card, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!